when you had an occasion just like this today. On that day, there were some vows that were made to each other. You might say, I never had an occasion just the way it is because it was an arranged marriage, or we just met in the bar and then we got married. There was nothing like standing before the priest or standing before the pastor and making the vows to each other. But I tell you, in your heart, the commitment that you committed yourself, it meant the vows that you made. And I just want us to look at the vows that are made when two people are getting married. In that occasion, there are vows that are made like to have and to hold.
Amen.
To have and to hold. Where you are committing yourself to each other to have and to hold. And this vow is a commitment of your heart that you are committing your life to that particular person for life. And I'm asking you a question, those who are married. How is it now? Is it to hold and to have? If you can look into your marriage, is this vow standing? To have and to hold. Are there some issues that are causing you not to have and to hold? Mr. and Mrs. Mwale today, there was a vow to have and to hold. I believe that will stand in your marriage. For better, for worse. For better, for worse. Is it true in your marriages today, when you are going through a better life, are you still holding on to that vow? Or when you are going through a worse moment, is it true that you are still holding on to the vow that you made that time? Mr. and Mrs. Mwale, for better, for worse, I believe you hold that vow. For richer, for poor. When the moment is, you have money, flying with money, swimming in money, rich, is that vow still holding on? Are you still holding on to that vow? So today, an occasion is a reminder of what you vowed to each other. Is that vow working out even today in your marriages? Or for poor, when you see you're broke, there is nothing, are you still holding on to your partner, to your wife, or to your husband? Is it working on? In sickness and in health. When we get married, doesn't mean that everything will be fine. There are moments that things change. Sickness comes. do you still hold on in such moments to love and to cherish from this day forward until death do part you? Now I want to say to those who are not married, those who are not married, these vows, they are very serious, because you are standing before God the Almighty, making these vows, because it's a life commitment. There is a saying in our language, Bemba, "Huaingila mumushitu tomfwanswaswa." Huaingila mumushitu tomfwanswaswa. Anyone who goes through a forest should not pay attention to the noise that is coming from the forest. Because in the forest, there are a lot of noises that comes. A lot of animals that gives different kinds of sounds. So if you pay attention to the noise that is coming from the forest, you will not make it. You will not make it. But if you focus, not paying attention to the noise, you'll go through. Mr. and Mrs. Mwale, you have entered the forest. Many people, they will say a lot of things. You will hear a lot of things. Some of the things that will come from your relatives. We don't like that man you've married. We told you. We don't like that girl you've married. We told you. You'll hear a lot of things. Even friends, they will talk a lot of things. But I tell you, if you don't pay attention to the noises, you will pull through. You will pull through. And those who are not married, what I wanted to say is, before you get married, let your eyes be opened. And your ears, open them. So that when you're seeing, you see the very person you're going to get married to. Because your eyes, they are open. And your ears, they are open. You can hear about that particular person. Whatever is said about that particular person. But once you stand before God and make these vows, which we have gone through, the very person, because they ask you to face each other, you look face to face. That should be the last face you see. Mwale? And that's the last face you've seen. And close your eyes. Because you've already entered now. If your eyes are still open, you'll be seeing some other faces. Close your eyes, both of you. And at the same time, close your ears. Because a lot of things you'll be hearing. So the vows, they're very much important, because this is a covenant. It's a serious thing. It's a covenant. It's a value. God values it. It's a covenant. You cannot break a covenant. A covenant cannot be broken, because when you break a covenant, there are consequences. But a contract, this is not a contract. Marriage is not a contract. It's not partner. Because partner, you can terminate that partnership and no consequences can follow you. A contract, You sign a contract, you can terminate a contract, and there are no consequences that will follow you. But a covenant, that's why God said, they are no longer two, but one flesh. Whatever God has put together, no man should put asunder, because there are consequences that follows when a covenant is broken. So the vows that we made when we stood on that day, they are serious. And I encourage you to take your marriage, let it be honorable, respect it. A bed which is undefiled, which is pure, make it honorable. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor Mwashoma. Moving on with our program, the next item we want to do is the cutting of the cake. Now, while they are preparing that, what I suggest is if you don't have any cups, or if you have cups that are half empty, let's fill them up, because immediately after the cake is cut, we are going to propose a toast, and we'll come to the next item on the program. But in the meantime, let's just do that, the cutting of the cake. Let's organize way.Not. And ushers, please fill the glasses on the table. These ones probably are too big, you don't need to fill them. Get mine then.
When I found you, I found love. When I found you, I found the rest of my life. When I found you, I told all others goodbye. When I found you, I saw my fears fly away like a dove. When I found you, was waiting for. You are the one, my only, forevermore, cause for a heart. When I found you, I knew this love was a gift from above. When I found you, I found love. I know true love sounds crazy, worth waiting for. You are the one, my only, on the sky of this time. When I found you, found one more reason to smile. When I found you, I knew I finally found enough. When I found you, I found love. When I found you, I found love. When I found
And
It's time for Africa. This time for Africa.
And I'll ask Pastor Mwashoma to come and propose a toast. If you have a half-empty glass, please fill it in.
I guess that will take us for another hour.
Only.
It's
not like you.
Right, it's not like me. I preach 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. There's some few sayings that I just want to bring to your attention this this moment. The first saying says, my wife says, I never listen. Something like that. She says, I never listen. I don't listen. When she talks to me, I don't listen. Anyways, something like that. And there's another saying says, marriages are made in heaven. How many believe that? Marriages are made in heaven. Amen. But also, thunders and lightnings, they are made in heaven. It's not that just marriages, but there are also thunders and lightnings. They are made in heaven. How many do experiences thunders in their marriages and lightnings in their marriages? Another saying says, it is not true that married men live longer than single men. It is not true. Married men, they live longer than single men. But I tell you, single men, it seems just longer to you. And another saying says, listen to this. I haven't spoken to my wife for 18 months.
Wow, that's a long time.
I haven't spoken to my wife for 18 months. It's because I don't like to interrupt her.
She's very busy.
She's very busy. Are you sure? Are you sure she's very busy? Fila chitika. Fila chitika. It happens in marriages. For 18 months, never spoken to your wife. And another saying says, before we got married, I caught her in my arms. Now I catch her in my pockets. That time she was in my arms. She was in my arms. But now I catch her there in my pockets.
With my cell phone.